Hey, it's Gwen Fox, and I'm so glad that you're here. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, because we would love to have you. And please leave a comment, because everyone's comments are so valuable, and I read every one of them. Now, today's video is going to be a little bit different in the fact that it's going to cover two subjects. One is artistic fear. I'm going to be talking about artistic fear while I mix colors and do neutrals. And actually, I just have fun. But artists have so many fears. We fear lots of things. You know every one of them because you're watching this video. But how do you let it go? How do you get rid of it? And do you put boundaries on it? If so, what are they? I'll tell you what mine are. And so enjoy the video, because I think you're going to enjoy it, because there is a fear that the majority of artists they're not planning. They're not planning on this fear hitting them in the face when what they want happens. So you'll find out in the video. See you then. I am using 3 transparent colors. You can use opaque colors or whatever. I just wanted to use these. It just turned out that these were just the 3. So let's talk about fear. Artistic fear is a very insidious thing, because we as artists fear so many things. We fear that our work isn't good enough. Okay? Yeah. We fear that. We fear that we're not talented enough. This, by the way, is alizarin crimson, phthalo blue, and Indian yellow. So, anyway, I'm just going to now put this down, and to get an idea. But okay, so now we fear failure. Look at that green. Oh my gosh, that is gorgeous. And so we're going to do the alizarin crimson and the phthalo, which is going to give us a really dark. I put too much. There you go. That's kind of what I was looking for. Mixing 3 colors together that are transparent, you will not get mud. Just remember that. And I'm going to show you that in just a minute. But we even fear success. But I'll get to that in a few minutes. But you know what our biggest fear is? Our biggest fear is that what we have to offer to the world will not be accepted. So the question is, how does an artist control fear? How do you control fear? And okay, I just added white to this. Now, I know that fear, we have to fight it. We feel like we've got to do that. I don't feel that way. I feel that we need to embrace it. We need to embrace fear. Acknowledge your fear rather than fighting, because that's not going to do you any good. I bet you've figured that one out. Because you know what? Fear will keep you small. If you let it, fear is going to keep you small. That's his job, is to be small. Because if we're small, then we don't have to worry about growth, and we're comfortable, and you're in neutral is what I call it. But here's what I've decided. I've decided that if we're going to have fear, which we're going to have, because it's just here with us, then I'm going to make friends with it. And you know what? You have boundaries when you have friends. So why not have boundaries when you have fear? So my boundaries is that your fear must go to lunch with its friends and not be with you when you're painting. I love that one. And if by chance fear is in the studio with you, it is not ever allowed to say. If you were a real artist, you would know what to do. I mean, look at all of this. I'm just mixing these colors, guys. I haven't even added black. I did to that one. Okay. Now, by the way, fear never, ever goes away. And if you don't embrace fear, it's going to rule your world. Fear will dictate the actions that you take. It will tell you how bad your paintings are. Think of the energy that you are going to be expending on that, and not. You could put all of that in your paintings. Now, let's talk about the fear of success, because I mean, when you start out, you think success, that's exactly what I want. I want success. I want to get in a gallery. I want to do this. I want to sell my art. I want to do all these things. So when it happens, why on earth would I be fearful? Well, here is the reason. Let's say, for example, that you've decided that you want to get into a gallery, a really good gallery, and you get into that gallery. And then all of a sudden, you think, oh my gosh, what if I can't keep up with the volume? What if I sell so much I can't keep up? And then what if the gallery owner lets me go? I'm just getting neutrals here, guys. I'm getting those gorgeous neutrals. I think this is so much fun. So then you're saying, okay, but then what about your art friends? What are they going to say? I'm going to add a little bit of black. What are they going to say? Are they going to be happy for you? Are you going to lose some friends? You won't lose your good friends. I guarantee you that. And you're fearful of that. So I have kind of a way that I judge things. I have a test. And this is that if I am excited, if I am extremely nervous, and I am fearful at the same time, I do it. Why? Because this tells me it's the perfect thing for me. It's the perfect thing for me. So, fear. You got to let it go, guys. And here's the only thing that I have found that is a remedy for fear, and that is courage and action. Courage and action are exactly what you need when you're fearful. Alan Watts, the writer, speaker known for interpreting Buddhist, Taoist, and Hindu philosophy, is quoted as saying, "The other side of fear is freedom." And don't ever forget that. Now, I just want you guys to know that everybody is fearful. We all are filled with fear at times. But you can't let fear stop you, particularly as an artist. Now, do you see what I'm doing here? I am just combining. In fact, I'm just going to do this right here. I'm going to combine every little bit here, just a touch, though, of the turquoise. And what am I going to get? I'm going to get really luscious brown, green brown. But now remember, I told you that if you mix the 3 transparents, you could not get mud. So let me mix those, because these are transparent. But once you add black or white, you've got an opaque. So let's mix this. I'm running out of space. Let's just mix it right here with this one. And then I'm going to mix the alizarin crimson with it. And I'm going to mix a touch of phthalo because phthalo will take over, just like it did right there. So now, what do I have here? I'm going to add a lot of this. What do I have here? Does it look like mud? Well, let me show you why it isn't. I'm going to make, when you thin it out, these are oils, when you thin this out, you've got a beautiful transparent. You can have a transparent brown that is just edible. So then I can take this, bring it down here. I can just do all of these things here. I can just mix all of this. What am I going to get? Oh my gosh, I mean, it's going to get a gorgeous color. I could do this for days because I'm a firm believer in neutrals, and this is a beautiful way to get your neutrals. Just look at that. Look at that green, because I have added the phthalo. It is gorgeous. These colors are so beautiful, and they're just by mixing 3 colors. So my assignment to you, as if you are wanting one, is to take 3 colors. If they're transparent, great. If they're not transparent, great. It doesn't matter. Mix them. Do like this. Do them separately, but then black and white are free. See how many neutrals you can get. See what you can get for your neutrals. And remember that this week, I want you to take lots of risk. And remember that the other side of fear is freedom. So I'll see you next week. I love you. Bye.